Welcome back to Top Repairs. How do you know you have a failing slave cylinder and it's time to replace it? The slave cylinder is usually located inside the bell housing, or sometimes it can also be located on the outside of the manual transmission. The first sign of a failing slave cylinder is that we step on the clutch pedal and it feels like there is no resistance, or that clutch pedal feels spongy. That's how you know you have a failing slave cylinder. Here is an example. When you got a bad slave cylinder, when you step on the clutch pedal, it's going to go down very easily. And when you let go of the clutch pedal, it's going to spring back up. When you step on the clutch pedal, again, it's going to go down easily. Again, when you release it, it's going to spring back up. But of course, if that clutch pedal feels spongy or it feels like there's no resistance, you should always check for leaks caused by a leaky slave cylinder. And also, you should check for air in the system and you should bleed the system. If that slave cylinder is bad, caused by a bad rubber seal on the inside, you're going to notice that you're going to have a hard time shifting gear, or you can't shift gear at all. The next sign of a bad slave cylinder is going to be leaks. If that slave cylinder is located inside the bell housing, and when that slave cylinder is leaking, you're going to notice brake fluid leaking out of the bell housing area. If you notice the clutch fluid looks darker than usual, that is a sign that slave cylinder is failing. When that slave cylinder is failing, it's going to introduce dirt into the hydraulic system, and it's going to contaminate the hydraulic system fluid, and it's going to cause the fluid to look dark. What causes the slave cylinder to fail? And the number one reason is going to be the rubber seal. If that rubber seal is bad on the inside, it's going to cause a leak. The next reason is going to be moisture. Since the slave cylinder uses brake fluid is hygroscopic, meaning that it can absorb moisture. If there is moisture in the hydraulic system, it is going to ruin the slave cylinder. The next reason is going to be caused by debris on the pressure plate. If that pressure plate is dirty, it is going to prevent the slave cylinder from releasing, and again, it can cause the slave cylinder to not work properly. When you replace the slave cylinder, it is important you bleed the system for air. Now, before you install the slave cylinder, I recommend you bench bleed the slave cylinder before installing it. The fastest way to remove air in the hydraulic system is to use a vacuum bleeder. By using a vacuum bleeder, it's going to take you probably no more than 30 seconds to complete the job. If you don't have a vacuum bleeder, you could do things the old-fashioned way by having a buddy pump the clutch pedal and hold on to it. Then you're going to crack open the bleeder valve on the slave cylinder and repeat that process a few times. If you're lucky, you can get it done in about 5 minutes. But of course, by doing it manually, by stepping on the clutch pedal, it can take as long as 15 minutes and sometimes as long as 30 minutes. But of course, if it takes that long, something is probably wrong. Maybe there's a leak somewhere in the hydraulic system. Another way to remove air in the hydraulic system is to crack open the bleeder valve on the slave cylinder, to connect the bleeder valve to the giant syringe, and you're going to pull on the giant syringe to remove air in the hydraulic system. But this is going to take a pretty long time to do, so be patient. There is another way to bleed the hydraulic system, and it is going to be extremely slow. So what you're going to do is you're going to gravity bleed the hydraulic system. You're going to do this by cracking open the bleeder valve on the slave cylinder. Then you're going to watch brake fluid leak out of it extremely slowly. Make sure to keep an eye on the clutch master cylinder reservoir and make sure you keep topping it off. This is going to take a few hours to do this. I hope you found this video useful. As always, thank you for watching and subscribe to Top 5 Auto Repairs.